Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, who will win custody? Who will win the custody case on General Hospital? Michael or Willow? I know the answer sounds pretty simple, but usually in these situations, they never really are. Now, we are going to be talking about all the soap operas. You know how we do. Hit the like button as you're coming in. Let's sit there and do roll call. Let's get this started. Ryan, aka GH is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Black Mom is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Eagle Fang is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Prince CJ is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Laura B is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Francis in the chat. How you doing tonight? Mushanta is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Hope everyone had a great day. I think it's going to be time for me to get some more water. I really don't want to go to the store this late at night and pay way more money than I should for water. Uh, I guess, Ron. I mean, I didn't really watch. I didn't watch Days of Our Lives today, so yeah, I didn't really watch Days of Our Lives. Thank you, Francis. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, let's just take the kids and run. That's a really great idea. That's totally not illegal. And totally an amazing idea. Yeah, let's just take the kids and run. Because if Willow did that, that would be a total problem, though. I'm doing good, Black Man. I survived today, so yeah, it was a hell of a lot better than it was yesterday. I'll tell you that much. Autumn says Willow is a bobblehead because if you notice, she kept saying Drew, this Drew that. I hope the judge noticed it because that just proved Diane's point that Willow is going to continue to put Drew first and the kids as an afterthought, baby. Oh, where's my music? Thank you, Lord B. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't say hi to you when you first came in. I hope I did. But it's good to have you in the chat, Lord B. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. Brent says, I'm calling you now. Michael will win custody of the kids. Yeah, I feel that's the case as well. Up it up. Glad to hear that, Lord B. Okay, Ron, I'll tell you this much. If you're right, I will definitely say you're right. Papa Doc says Willow will win, and then the truth will come. Truth about Drew and the nurses will come out after that. She and Michael will share custody. Yes. I get that, Ryan, but I'm going to be honest. I don't like the idea of Michael just taking the kids and running. Like, I don't. I wouldn't like the idea of Willow just taking the kids and running. So I'm not going to like the idea of Michael just taking the kids and running. I just won't. Um, Monique says it definitely shows Willow can't think for herself. It's like, well, Drew said this and Drew said that. Do this if he asks her to jump. She says how high. Was good at how high. Drew says kill, and she says who. Okay. Francis says, I want Michael to win, but courts seem to favor mothers. Yeah, see, yes, and that's true. And I'm not a fan of I don't know, Ron. I didn't watch today's episode. Like I didn't. I skimmed through it just to see if it was John's funeral, and it was. So I really didn't watch it at that point. So I can't tell you, Ron. Yeah, as long as they're doing a funeral, I'm not watching it for my mental health. So, but it seems like Sheila. I mean, it seems like what you call it. Barbie says you're not. Yeah, I like I said, for my mental health. I'm sitting that one out. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching next week though, Barbie. I'm definitely looking forward to some of that stuff though. You know. But Alexandra says, I feel like the writers would be doing disservice to Willow character by winning custody. Her losing the kids would also be the first step in Drew's downfall as he will be losing control over Willow. Yeah, him taking her to DC is definitely a way of isolating is definitely a way of isolating her from her family, you know, and from anyone that would sit there and be a positive anyone that would allow Willow to think for herself. Drew's not gonna allow that shit. Autumn says, what irks me is Willow said Michael is a bad father, trying to make it seem like he abandoned his kids. Yeah, that was out of pocket. That was definitely out of pocket. Um, she was like, "Oh well, he chose to go to Germany. Yeah, he chose to go to Germany because that was the best spot for him to sit there and get the best care." It's like, what are you talking about? I was like, as a nurse, why? Like, I had no words for that. I literally sat there was like, even Diane was like, yeah, because he had to go to the best place to sit there and fix his body, you know? So I just, Bobby says, I usually am not in the mind to take away children from a mother, especially as young as Wiley and Amelia, but that situation that isn't healthy for them. Yeah, it's, see, that, what I was going to sit there before is like, I'm not a fan. Um, as says, is going to be for another 3 days. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. No, I appreciate that. Seriously. Um, yeah, I'm not to everyone who wants miss out are bad parents. Miss out as bad parents is what? What are you talking about? Do everyone wants miss out? Oh, yeah. No, yeah. I get what you're saying. You mean as far as like missing dinner and stuff like that? No, and that was. I felt like at that point you were just grasping at straws. Yeah, no, let's out there. Grab Nesco's straws. Oh, Francis, 34 people in the chat, 7 likes. Yes, hit the like button. 37 people in the chat now. So, yeah, hit that like button because it really does help. Yetta, I think that's how you pronounce the name. Michael will win, but Michael will share custody with Willow after Nina's affair comes out. Now, Ron says, so Albert, the reason why Belle don't want Aegis because her dad, that's some BS crap. Why? I mean, why? I will say this, and before I really kind of before I really get into it, just make sure you hit the like button. And also keep in mind that there are 38 people in this chat. I am one person. I am not going to be able to answer every question. So if I miss your question, just understand it and just have a good time. But just know that yeah, I can't get to every single question. You know, just be patient and understanding. Now, Lashanta said, "Did you hear Willow say the kids want to go?" Yeah, yeah. I said that. I said that in my review. Um, and it just showed that she puts her needs, her wants, her desires ahead of her own kids. Right? But I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm really bad with names, so. Yeah, Lorby, that was definitely out of pocket. Like that was definitely out of pocket. Like even I stood there, was like, bro, what? As says Willow says Michael is an absentee dad, but she didn't earn question Wiley. Oh, but she didn't ask the question about Wiley what Drew said. Yeah. What's good, Amy? What's good, Amy? What's good, Darby? Yes. That is correct, Ron. I did the same video. Yeah, that's correct. I did the exact same video. Yeah, we got some new people up in the chat tonight. We got so yeah, let's everyone say what's up to Yeti. I think that's how you pronounce your name. And shit. Oh, there's another new person in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Darby. Thank you. Had to. I mean, I had to do it anyway, but I got that wedding to go to in 2 days. So also, I gotta sit there and do something about this before I go to sleep tonight. So that's gonna be fun. Rick, Ryan says, I'm glad that Rick wasn't happy about what Drew did yesterday, but he lost points with me for going along with it and not letting Willow, his client, know. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Ryan, um, just to let you know, well, you subscribe to Kyrie's, but he also does his streams as well, though. And since I'm going to be going for the next 3 or 4 days, definitely check him out, though. You subscribe to his channel, but he also does live streams too, so definitely check him out. Okay. Eagle says at this point, once Willow finds out about Nina and Drew, she's going to morph into Nell at that point. Everyone keeps saying that. That's like the Joker. That's like the Joker to what you call it, right? Well, he got the. Oh, but you heard what I said though, right, Ryan? Let me know if you heard what I said. Debbie said that wedding you will go to after having done your live stream those days. That wedding you will go to after having done your live stream those days. But yeah, let me know if you. Okay, good, Ryan. Good, good, good. Thank you for bringing that up, Ron. If Sheila tries to start Luna and Luna gets to Pow Pow, I will lose all respect for her. This whole, is anyone watching B&B, by the way? Because this whole, like, we know that Friday is going to be, we'll call it the climax, right? This whole Oh my god, I need my dad. She's so selfish. She's so stupid. I don't understand. I just hate her. I hate her so much. I'm just like, what are we doing? What's good, Tommy? What are we doing at this point? Yeah, Eagle. I think that might be his most hated character ever, ever. I'm good, Tommy. How you doing? Oh, by the way, I just put out my Beyond the Gates review. I meant to put it out before, but I don't know. I was rushing. Yeah, definitely check it out, Tommy, and definitely if you can share that, that would definitely help. We got. By the way, who's watching? Who's watching? B&B. What do you think they're going to break up, Tommy? What do you think that Mr. Shepherd and the nanny is going to break up? Okay, so Tommy, you watching it? Black Man, you watching it? Okay, what do y'all think about this B&B thing so far? What do you think about this story? Hey, Lobby, yeah. What do you think about B&B? Uh, wait, did you watch tomorrow's episode or something, Tommy? I don't like stuffy. No one likes stuffy. There's a lot of people that don't like stuffy. I got a feeling. Oh, okay, all right. Let me try to watch B&B tonight. Watch B&B tonight. I don't know, Ryan. I feel like when you told a joke last time, is it gonna be as is it gonna be as bad as the last one, Ryan? It's a doubt. Why do I have a film? I'm gonna regret that. We gotta remember something, Ryan. Steffi's supposed to be his own goddamn man, and yet he can't. You know, he doesn't have a backbone. Tommy says, "Do you think Leslie is going to jail soon?" No, I think her daughter will go to jail before Leslie. Um, and I think that Leslie's going to get off because what Kat did. What Kat did. Leslie's going to get off. No, why did Adele cross the street? Why did Adele cross the street? Exactly, Tommy. LaShanta says, "I would why Martin thinks Tracy owes his as anything. He's the one tried to have her family dug up." That's true. Ooh, that's kind of dark, but okay. Hmm. Monique says not to do with souls. There's a new Black Ops coming out, Op 7. I was able to get into what's good wink wink Chelsea got on my nerves so bad. Why did she start yeah, I was like, what the I'm so glad you said that, Wink. I said that shit in my review. I was like, first of all, Wink, hey Chelsers. Hey Chelsers, this is me. Who the hell starts off like that? And then yeah, she's live streaming at a goddamn hospital. Like who does that? Wait, this is exactly what I'm talking about. When people sit there and say, The other side of the street. I get what you're thinking, but you misunderstood. Okay. Why don't you try telling that? Why don't you try telling that joke in Kyrie's stream and see if he understood that joke better than me? And said they need to have Trina be more involved in the gallery and go back to Paris by herself for a front runner storyline. I agree. She is playing the yeah. See, Ed, I'm glad I'm not the only person. What's good, Queen of the South? How is the lovely Queen doing tonight? Lashanta says Albert is frustrating watching Nina stand by. She's not answering Portia's phone call. She's in court. Why would she answer a phone call? Actually, I don't get it. I really don't get it, Ryan. The other side of the street, I get what you know. I really don't get it. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay, now I get it. Now I get it. It actually took me a second. Now I got it. Wait, did you hear the beginning of that joke though? I feel like I did. I feel like I did. It's just such a it's just such a dark joke. It's such yeah, I get it now, Wink, but it's like it's such a dark joke though when he first said it. Tommy says, do you think Audrey will drug Kyle to go to bed with her? No. Um I think it's more likely that he will seduce her than anything else. She will seduce him more than anything else, but drug her? Oh, I have no idea, Darby. I didn't watch Days today. They've been doing the John funeral, so I'm not watching until after John's funeral. So I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I mean it's weird not watching Days, Darby, but I can't like for my own mental health reasons I can't sit there um and watch this Days story. Good. Yeah. No. Yeah. It is. It is. It is Harvey. I'm just like, why would you sit there and have a conversation? Okay. No, I get it now. I now I get it. Now I get it right. Now I get it. It took me a second though. It said Christina playing F around and find out Elizabeth called it. Well, you remember what I said in my review. She's sitting there acting like Ava doesn't hold the keys to her freedom. Yeah, see that, and that's another thing, though, right? So I mean, that's another thing, right, Eagle? So Blair and the rest of the Marty X took him to the cleaners. No, because if he didn't, here's the thing: if he didn't lie about his income and whatever new money that he had, he wouldn't be in that position. And if he wouldn't have married so many goddamn women, he wouldn't be in that position. So why he's not just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna sit there and fix what you call it." I don't understand how we got back on General Hospital again, but oh no, it's fine, Ryan. You're good. No, I know the song. I just You know what it is, Ryan? I read it wrong. See, I read because I was reading the fast. I read Adela. I read it. I think that's what you said, though, right? Adela. Yeah, Tommy. I know that she's desperate for time, but I don't see her. Tommy, I don't see her. I mean, if she drugged someone, I'd be surprised. I would sit there and say I'm a Tommy. I would generally be surprised. Adele. No, I got it now. I read it fast and I read Adela. So Wing says collecting wives like Pokemon, and I bet you he's going to marry Tracy. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you did that shit to yourself. Like, oh wait, by the way, did you watch? Well, did you like Beyond the Gates today? Because I still got to talk more about Beyond the Gates stuff. Did you watch Beyond the Gates stuff? I mean, well, did you like Beyond the Gates? I put it that way. Because besides that, I don't know, Ryan. I think that some of her music. Well, I think that some of her music is kind of depressing. You know, like I'd be more of a Katy Perry fan. Taylor Swift on some of her music, but oh, you didn't like it. What you didn't like about it? And Monique says, "I'm thinking there was reasons Lucky asked Liz to marry him, so Liz wouldn't testify what Lucky told." Oh, okay. That's a good point. Yeah, especially the crowd with those women in a need. Oh my God, yes. Wait, let me tell you something. And I said this in my review. They're about to go and see their daughter. And then you have these two old, dusty ass women acting all high and mighty, talk about, well, I'm not going until you hear me out. Oh, the hell you are. Especially there was one point where Sharon was like, she says some smart shit. She says some smart shit. And I was just like, girl, first of all, you trying to sit there convince her to you trying to convince her to sit there and do this group thing. And then she's still coming in with her little smart ass remarks and shit. Rashata says, I mean, what Natalia know? Yeah, that's yes, exactly, Rashata. Why is Turner not there? Why is Turner um convinced that she can, she wants to sit there and talk to her, but talk to her about what? You know? Tommy says Audra and Phyllis should start a company together. Phyllis needs to get a goddamn hobby. She needs to get a hobby or something. Um, and she keeps running around. Yo, even her own son called her desperate, Tommy. Wing says, I have a thought though. The only thing that would make Ashley interesting if she had an affair with Bill. Yes, they gotta do something with those two. I understand supporting characters and everything like that, but like, it's her and Derek, and they're just kind of there existing in this, you know, SS Anita stuff, Chelsea stuff, and the same old with Andre and Danny. Yeah, see, it's things like that that makes it very difficult. When I do my reviews, I'm like, because it is the same shit, right? Um, and with Danny and Andre, Danny's not ready. Andre's not that act saying all the right things to Anita, saying all the right things to Danny as far as listen, I'm here for you. And he even allows her to talk about her ex-husband and everything like that, you know, saying that, I don't think that he's necessarily a bad person. You married him and everything like that, but yet you still think you're trying to push for a relationship that she clearly seems like she's not ready for. And she keeps that they're trying to duck you every single. Yeah, Wink. Oh, yes, and she's not just a goddamn gossip queen, right? That she's more than just a gossip queen. Look at that. Okay, I may leave one of them up. Monique says Luna wants the same forgiveness Sheila has, but that's the problem. No one has forgiven Sheila. Luna, it seems like she's desperate for her a relationship with her father, right? Like, let's put it this way. Luna is in her 20s at this point. She's acting like having Finn in her life is going to magically fucking change her and just make her go on a better life path. That's not how that fucking works. Hmm. I would sit there and say Kai and Trina because I feel like their story needs to develop more. I feel like right now their story needs to develop because they ain't got anything going for them. They don't have they don't have anything going for them. We need more stuff with Kai as far as getting more of a background on him. Maybe seeing one of his goddamn family, you know, more of his family or at least a family member. What happened to his friend? What's his friend? Quinn. Can you show more of his friend and the interaction with them? And they need to give like Trina a better story than her being second fiddle in her own so-called love story. I'm so worried about Kai and his attachment to Drew. I'm so worried about Kai and him, and that's true, Wink. That's another thing. We gonna get to that shit next. Thank you. Now, as says, I want to see more Martin, Smitty, and Nicole and Ted next week. I want to see that goddamn secret. Tommy says Kyle needs to stay away from Audra. Have you seen how Audra looks? I mean, yeah, Tommy, she's annoying as shit. And you know what she said? She was when she was talking to Holden, and Holden was really pressing her. She was like, "You know what I do to my enemies." No, Audra, we don't know what you do to your enemies. What do you do? Do you eat them? Hmm? Do you destroy them? What do you do? War hero. Now, Wink says nobody. GH has too many actors on screen. They need to focus on less people per episode and wrap the stories up. Yeah, and that's another thing, Wink. I mean, you know how my gorgeous goddess cat lady is, but for me, yeah, they do need to dial down that show. I mean, to answer this question, yes. Tommy, it's funny because Wink said that um, Holden had a right to be upset, right? Oh, right, he'd been doing that shit from get go since I started watching the show. My thing is, Ryan, is that now that Michael's back, they can dial back on the Carly a little bit. They can dial back on the Carly. Michael's back. He is in rare form. We don't need Carly to sit there and be overstepping like she usually does. Michael could take the reins. He's fine. Um, but no, that's what I'm saying, Tommy. Like Wink said that, hey, listen, he had a right to sit there and be upset, and I'm kind of like, I mean, I disagree with that a little bit because I'm like, yo, listen, Damien has been sitting there trying to get you a job, right? And honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't even understand. Last time I heard Nate was just man. Oh no 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 no! He had the right to be upset with Damien because he lost his job because Damien he decided to move to Genoa City and just kind of do his own thing and really neglect his job or whatever. But that shouldn't have had any bearings on Holden. So I'm like, don't be upset with Holden. Don't be upset with Damien. Be upset with your erratic boss that couldn't even be bothered to sit there and fire you on the phone himself. So what? He wants to sit there and leave and do something with Winters or whatever. You had somebody that was sit there still doing the job. Like you get mad at the underling or the main manager deciding he wants to play double spy and not get back to where he's supposed to be at. That shouldn't have had anything to do with Holden and his job performance. So when you want to sit there and take it on the half, like I can't co-sign that shit. I really can't. Where the hell's my goddamn cat lady at? Yeah. Ah, okay. So it's a scheduling thing. Okay, thank you, Ed. Thank you. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate that. Link says, yes, Carly, Sunny, and Jason do not need to be involved in every storyline. Like when Rocco got alcohol poisoning, why was Carly there? Why is Jason not involved with Dalton's storyline? Cut it out. Cut it the f- out. She says. She has a point. Ed, you gotta sit there and become a member with us, man. We was having a lot of fun. I haven't been really pimping this. Yeah, that's kind of a bad word. But I haven't really been sitting there talking about this. We had a lot of fun membership thing. And when I get back, I got some more ideas. We're gonna have a good time, Ed. I want you to be a part of it. I mean, he's been there, right? I don't really have. Thank you, Wayne. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I got this wedding to go to, so it's like I guess I'll get it done early. Just I don't know why I feel like I'm a little bit nervous, and I'm not the one that's actually getting married. Like that's the weird part for me. I just have to show up and well, look sexy, really. Um, okay, okay, I understand. Wing said, "Gotta look halfway present." Oh my god, I love it, Wing. See, only you that's in my inner circle can sit there and get away with that. Monique says, "How would YNR explain Kane's non-Australian accent? Trying to get an accent for Mr. Britain." Yeah. No, I got you, Ed. I got just do what you can. Um, I just want you to be a part of the membership. We having a lot of fun, and I got like I said, I have so many different ideas. Also, ideas for just regular videos as well. So regular member videos. All right. Wing says if Julian was still on GH, he would call Mr. Brennan out for losing his accent. Julian was funny like that. I felt like so much stuff happened in General Hospital today. I have to say, so wait, now, all right, and I'm gonna ask the ladies of this chat, do y'all think that Cody has a shot with, y'all think that Cody has a shot with Ava? It's funny, Ryan. We were watching some early stuff from GH. Yeah, it's just so wild. Christina's like, "Hey, listen, I need you to sit there and seduce Ava," and I'm like, what? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like boobies and everything like that, but like, I don't see, I don't see Cody being Ava's type. Okay, I don't. Um, Cody is a bum. Ava is eating caviar and drinking top shelf liquor. Yeah, exactly. My dudes that they going to dive bars. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with dive bars. I'm just saying, like, Ryan says apparently they're confusing Ava with Mr. Robinson. Tommy says, "Do we think Dumas can be the new Victor Newman?" Well, no. For me personally, Tommy, Victor is just such an iconic character. He's such an iconic character. What's good, Amber? Like you can't replace Victor Newman. Come on, Tommy. I haven't watched the show as long as you. Ring says also Christina always trying to ruin everything for Molly. Cody and Molly are getting close. Why would she start asking to seduce Ava? Just leave her alone. Because if she dates Cody, she will be a cougar. Kyrie's Clark, the one and only. Kyrie says, I popped in at the perfect time. Then hell no, Cody ain't getting none of my Ava. He is not on the approval list. What's good, Dolometics? Brian says, can there ever be another Victor Newman? No. Brian, it's like it's like since they're saying, could there ever be another Sonny Correntos? It's funny, Kyrie, because when I thought about the Ava and everything like that, um, when I thought about Ava and Cody seducing her, I was like, I'm pretty sure one of my friends with the name K that starts with is not gonna approve that shit. Darby said any plan involving Christina or Cody will end up failing. Oh, Darby. Um, Again, shout out for the gifted member. We got Valerie. You remember Valerie? She got the gifted member. She got the gifted membership. So it did go to somebody. I just couldn't see it on here for some odd reason. And Vickens' old behind wife can bite the dust, but force Shaska from to stop being lazy. Nikki, you can't get rid of Nikki. What's the matter with you? Love Nikki. Derby says eventually it will work. Yeah, no, eventually it works. Yeah, no. I I can see it from here, but yeah, no. Valerie was in this. She was in the stream on Saturday and Sunday. I got some more fun clips and some more fun ideas of stuff we can watch though too. So I'm very excited. It says I didn't like last week when Jennifer and Jack came back, coming down on Chad like he was a child. They acted like Clyde wasn't threatening her entire family. Yeah, I was not. Thank you, Ed. I was not. I was like, girl, when are y'all two going back to Chicago or whatever hole in the wall y'all came from? Like, yeah, they annoyed the living shit out of me too, Ed. I'm so glad you brought that up. Monique says, good news, just got back from Vegas and won a $1,600 playing slots at the bar. Oh shit, Monique, that is awesome. Congratulations, Monique. Yeah, as you should. Yes, that's a damn good thing. Yo, you know what I like? Monique got that money. Was just like, yeah, I'm gonna put that shit right in there. I love that shit. She just got that. She got that money. She was like, I can gamble, or I can do the responsible thing and put it in my account. I'm gonna choose being responsible. That is awesome. Yes, Ryan. Yes, and that's a good idea. Thank you, Ryan. You give me an idea. Domek says Jack and Jennifer are consistently some of the biggest hypocrites on days they really should back off of Kat. Yeah, and now because of that, she was like, "Don't worry, because I'm not gonna sit there and see you anymore." And I'm just like, "Yes, yes, Wayne." That's why I loved about Monique. Monique was like, "Put this shit." I mean, it's tempting as hell when you win big money. It's like I can win even bigger money. Oh, hold on. Let me take a drink. Hold on. Let me take a drink. I want to make sure I read this out loud so the whole chat can hear it. Kyrie's Clark said Brooklyn Quartermain is smoking hot. That's right. She was looking great today. Great today. Hmm. I will pin that, but I want people to join the membership. I got to look into some of the stuff that he's done. Thank you for reminding me of that. Ryan says if your idea Susan Lucci should come back on GH, I agree. Ryan. I like Susan Lucci. Susan Lucci is good people's. Ooh, trying to start some shit tonight. Tyrese Clark says Brooklyn Quartermain looks better than Carly Spencer. Hmm. You gonna say that? I want to make sure you say that when Jess is here. Or when Jess is in, you gonna say that shit when Jess is in your stream or my stream? You don't have to do a back and forth all night. I just want you to say that. Nah, fuck that. That's not gonna do it. There we go. That's the money shot right there. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Curry says, isn't he the same guy who thought Maxie Jones was hot? No, actually, I haven't, Ed. I haven't heard of a show called Animal Kingdom. No. It seems like something I would remember, but like, no. Ryan says she does seem like such a classy kind of woman. Have you ever watched the clips of her final one? No. Well, yeah, because I used to, I've been watching the awards and stuff like that. So yes. But the thing is, Ryan, I've met her in person a couple of times. Yeah, no, I've met. All right, I'll put it on the list. I just what you call it? I just screenshotted it. Yeah, she used to come to my bookstore a couple of yeah, Ryan. She used to come to my bookstore a couple of times. And the thing is, it's really weird the first time I met her because, like, she used to. Sometimes she used to do like book events, but like, I remember the first time I met her, she just walked in the store and she was like, "Oh, I need help with a couple of books or whatever for my grandkids and stuff." And I'm just like, I'm talking to Susan Lucci right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little kind of starstruck. Like Susan Lucci just walks up to you and just like, "Oh, I'm looking, for a couple of books." I'm just like, "Hi, Queen Jess. How are you doing tonight?" Hey, Caris. Yeah, yeah, right now. She's a very down to earth woman. She's very down to earth. But I'm not gonna lie, right? I was just like, I'm talking to Erica Kane, like, like I felt like I was talking to Erica Kane. Harry says it's gonna be weird you being on a long vacation after only 3 days, but still hope you have fun the wedding and don't be shy dancing for them. Just keep it off camera. Oh, I'm definitely keeping that shit off camera. Not that I can't dance, but we Ryan. I've told this story before. Yeah, no, I've told this story before. I'm just retelling it. Um, just because you're new and stuff. So yeah. No, I think everyone kind of knows about that. Regardless, wasn't something else? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, there we go. There we go. That comment's for you, Jess. You know what's really funny, Jess? Cat Lady said the same thing. She said the exact same thing. Mm. You probably can't dance. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, Ryan. It's not new. It's just sometimes I like to. I don't know how that actually came out, but no, I used to work there. I used to work there. Right? And yeah, and I used to work there. I used to yeah, Barnes and Nobles. I can say because I don't work there anymore. But a couple of people there. I think I was probably the second perk of working there. That I met a bunch of famous people. Probably can't dance. I still can't get that shit on my head now. Oh, Curry says we know he can't dance, he can't cook out there, but Curry, you stop it. God, Curious, you are too much. The only people in my inner circle get away with that. A lot of name dropping. Don't be shy. I gotta think about that. Think about that. I know I meant Bill O'Reilly before, but I don't know if that's actually as impressive. Ariana says, I would just a quick hello to let you know that you'll be missed. I know you come back. Thank you, thank you. And Rihanna, thank you. I appreciate that, seriously. And I mean, I'm going to have fun, but I'm looking forward to coming back and having some good plans for the member stream, seriously. What? Darby says everything in Albert's life always goes back to Cat Lady as official Auburn Ray's Bostic is wrong. Jess, what? Jess, what you thought of Chelsea doing a live stream at the hospital today? That's what I want to know, Jess. What you thought of Chelsea deciding to do a live stream interview at a hospital? She's like, "Hey, Chelsers, how you doing?" And I'm just like, "Are you serious?" I don't know. I don't know what would be considered A-listers, but I met a couple of people though. Obi says it's a friend of family wedding. Well, I mean, I've known them so long that they're like family to me. So I would sit there and say a family wedding. Family wedding. I'm going to be part of the groomsmen, and apparently, I'm going to have to sit there and dance. So you know, not that I can't dance, but I'm not exactly wanna. Just as Chelsea was doing too much, she's the one that's strong. Harry says, but you're a great damn streamer, though. That's all that matters, Albert. Now, everyone shared the stream right away. Yo, Kyrie's just killing it. Kyrie's had 70 people in his stream yesterday. Yeah, I mean, I can. I don't really want to. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's already, I don't know. It's just going to be different. Like, I've went to weddings before, but it's different being a part of the wedding because, I'm one of the groomsmen. Lobby says, I hope you have a good. Oh no, Lobby, no, I plan on having a good time. Thank you. I gotta think of it, right? You put me on the spot right now. I don't know if they're A-listers. Like I've met people before. Like I met, let's see, I met Bobby Flay. I met a couple of cooking people. Um, I was a well, that doesn't count. I think Susan Lucci was probably the biggest one that I met. Oh, Darby, I'm a decent dancer. It's like I was about to inflate that shit. I was like, no, let's not, I was like, let's not go there. Let's not do that. No, Ryan. Susan Lucci was probably the biggest one. Not that Bill O'Reilly isn't actually bigger in a sense. Susan Lucci is just somebody that we know because we're soap fans. But oh no, no, you did not sit there and say that. Damn, Darby. Yeah, no, Ryan. Susan Lucci is cool people stuff. Oh yes, they do, Jess. She's going to be seducing Cody. I mean, he's going to be seducing Ava. Jess, do you think that Cody is Ava's type? That's my question. But it's really crazy though, Ryan. So I met her a couple of times, but then the one time that she wound up doing her book signing, all my children got canceled and won't like live. So like it was a very weird it was a very weird like atmosphere in a sense because she was doing the book signing when her show got like maybe a couple weeks her show got canceled. She does like young men. Yeah, I mean she likes young men, but like I mean look at you think about Morgan and then you think about Cody, right? I mean I like women, but I just feel like Morgan's a little more polished, if that makes sense. Harry says yes. 76 concurrent viewers yesterday, but you still. No, listen, Kyrie. This is about giving you your flowers. This is about giving you your props, though. You know, I don't know how she got Morgan. I think men know how she got Morgan. Like no, no, Jess, I can't. No, 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 no. Exactly. He's polished. He's polished. That's what I'm gonna say about that. Barry says, "Do you play baseball? If not, then I don't think you can dance." I'm a decent dancer. Oh, just as why not? Because I like boobies. That's why, Josh. Duh, because I like boobies. Why can I think huh. Jess, I think that's so stupid. Hey, Jess, I'm gonna ask a bunch of other straight men. I'm gonna ask a bunch of other straight men, and then we're gonna sit there and see if if that's something that's stupid or not. Yeah, she said that. Jess, you can't recognize beauty in anything because you like boobies. Absolutely. What kind of answer is that? What kind of question is that? What kind of question is that? I'm sorry, but like she really just sat there and asked me. No, 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 no. Hold on. No, 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 no. There we go. Let me find that question. Hold on. Where is that question at? There we go. Terry says that ain't what your friend said that night. Wait a minute, that never happened. I mean, I have no idea what Kyrie's talking about. But Kyrie's him and his wild imagination. Just said that's so dumb, Albert. A man can't be handsome because you like boobies. Hey, Darby. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I do. I do. Hey, Darby. When's the last time you called another man handsome? Darby, when's the last time you called another man handsome? Yeah. When's the last time you called? When's the last time you called another man handsome? And Jess, you already know what this means, so you know what this means. I just want to hear when's the last time you called another, because according to Jess, that's normal for men to be, calling each other handsome. Ed says, "Do you think Marco can be trusted when it comes to his father?" Yes, I do. Because Marco seems like he does have principles. And I need to ask you a very important question, though. When's the last time you called? When was the last time you called another man handsome? And are you okay with calling another man handsome? Have a good night, Kyrie's. Ooh. This is us. This is us. Right. Okay, Darby. Hey, Ed. Never. Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, no, Ryan. I got to go with this is us. Ed, would you be okay with calling another man handsome? Oh wow, that's okay. I mean, okay. You call another man handsome, though? Thank you, Laura B. You have a great night. Thank you. Not really. Not really. 179 does The Sopranos me. I heard that too, Ryan. To be fair, I heard that. I heard that, and I heard Breaking Bad by one of my exes who had boobies. But yes, but not really. That's crazy, Ed. I mean, I said the same thing, but that's cool. That's cool, Darby. You know, but you know, not really. I mean, that's just. I'm just saying, right? I mean, Jess is she's a very interesting woman. She's a celebrity in these parts. She's a very interesting woman. That's why I still got her comment. I still pinned her comment. Oh shit, he actually started now. Let me go see what Kyrie's is doing. Like I said earlier. Exactly, Darby. And I've sat there and said, nice suit. Oh, you got a very short suit. Like you dress stylish. But there's a fine line between just saying you have a stylish suit and I think you're handsome. Y'all weird. Oh, Jess. At least you know how to make me laugh. Yeah, of course. We're weird. We don't. We're not gonna sit there, when I go to his wedding thing. We're not gonna sit there and be like, "Hey, you're pretty handsome." Well, thank you. I think you're pretty handsome too. No, I don't think that we're gonna do that. But I'll make sure I tell them that my friend just said that because we're not calling each other handsome, we're all a bunch of weirdos. Oh, Jess. Mm, you are awesome. Sean says Cody's seducer Ava is funny. He must like older women. There is nothing wrong with an older woman. Um, I don't think that that's her type, but you know, each his own, I guess. You just made that up in your head. I'm pretty sure I did not make that up in my head. I'm pretty sure about 70% of men and straight men did not make that shit up in their head. I don't know what kind of men you're hanging out with, but we can talk about that in the member stream. Oh, Jess, you missed it. We had so much fun. Where the hell were you, Jess? I got some more fun surprises though too. They're not really surprises, but like it was just fun to kind of like reminisce over like the old school stuff. It's my reason I can't pronounce Clarice's name. What did I miss? No, we were watching some old classic Sunny clips like Sunny and Brenda and stuff like that. Um, it was just I don't know. It was just such a different time back then. Like they were actually on location and stuff like that. They were like getting away from some people. They were going through like Puerto Rico or whatever, and like a high speed boat chase. Like I'm not gonna. It was fun. I agree. I agree. Sharon and Tracy were pissing me the off. Like, Princess, why is it that most talk about shows are HBO and Showtime? I heard so much about the whole Lotus. I can't watch anything because I don't have. Ryan, I feel like HBO and Showtime had like really good shows, right? Like they went there, and I was too young to be watching either of those networks. Yes, yes, 179, yes. And said my favorite Brenda Sunny scene is when you had a wire. Oh, I gotta sit there and watch that. Yeah, we were watching some like really old classic stuff. Just says, oh, I never watched that, Ryan. I watched a show recently called Paradise, and that was good. Just says I never found Ava attractive. I wonder what y'all see in her. Just, just okay. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna sit there. I'm not even gonna sit there and make a spectacle out of it. But like, just you're not gonna see a woman the same way that guys see a woman. Just like we're not gonna see a man the same way that y'all see a man, right? So like, Jess, if you sit there and say another woman is attractive, that doesn't. There's not a lot of value in that, you know. DC Soul Sanctuary. I saw you in Carissa's stream a couple of days ago. Wait, as a moderator, does that mean I have access to me? Oh, that means you have access to sit there and kick people out. No, 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 Jess, we haven't. No, no. Yes, you can see a man the same way. Jess, are you? You know, Jess, I'm just gonna sit there and pretend that you were actually drinking when you said that comment. Yo, chat. Jess had a long day. She was, you know, kind of. So Ryan says Jess is losing. Ryan, I known Jess for like three something years. I'm just gonna assume that she's been, in that old bottle kind of hard. Oh, DC, I'm going to a wedding, and apparently I have to dance. Not that I don't know how to dance, but Well, thank you, DC. You just proved my fucking point, Jess. You just proved my point. No, no, Jesse. He proved my point, not your point. Yeah, that's kind of how it is, Darby. Sean says Chad has zero chemistry with Cat. I will take your word for it because I do not know what chemistry is. Oh, DC, damn, you missed so much. You missed so much. Speaking of Nurseville, I thought of you, Albert, when they were doing their dance number. Just says, what are you talking about? What point of yours did he prove? He proved the point when he talked about Marshall because he said that Marshall, I'm not going to see Marshall the same way as DC sees Marshall, right? Because I'm not in the men, right? You're not in the women in the same way I'm in the women, so it's not going to really work. Let's just you're cute. She just had a long day. She had a long day, and Jess is talking kind of crazy. I mean, you my homie, but you talking a little kind of crazy. Ryan says I want to go back to Jay Chan for a minute. I want to point out that while Michael family may be dangerous, Drew and Willow mostly dangerous to those kids right now. Okay. Pat says my favorite Sam scene is when she saw Carly in the hospital years ago. Oh, that's what we watched. That's literally what we watched, Ed. Just as he said, doesn't hold much weight like European doesn't hold much weight, but you can't find compliments, but it doesn't mean much. What? Just as he said, it doesn't hold much weight like your opinion doesn't matter, but you can't find compliment, but it won't mean much. What? DC says, however, if a straight guy says I was ugly, it would hurt my feelings since I'm in the men, but a woman, it would. Thank you, DC. Thank you, DC. Because just DC just proved my point. DC, you see exactly what I'm talking about, though. Black. Oh shit. That's true, DC. Black Mom says for a minute I thought this was a Saturday and Sunday straight. Oh, you about to get? It seemed like DC. It seemed like Black Ball was about to get real for a hot minute. Just as I'm simply, I'm talking about men simply complimenting each other without it being gay. I don't know what you're talking. You, that's no, that's not what you said. That's DC. Let me tell you what she actually said. She practically sat there and said, you know, as men, we should just sit there and be walking around and kind of hanging out with each other and be like, so and so, I think you're really handsome. You're a handsome man. Well, thank you, Albert. I think you're a handsome man too. What the? That's not what you. We gotta move on, Jess. Move on. Jess ain't making no damn sense at this point. But you're awesome. And we all love you. Sean says Drew isn't full villain since he helped Guy. Okay, you know what? Here's my thing about Kelly coming back. What's the point? No, don't do that, Jess. Don't try to, Darby. You're my guy and everything like that. Don't try to look for validation in Darby because I think Darby's just sitting there saying what you want to hear. If we're gonna be honest, Darby is sitting there saying what you want to hear. I say you can call another man handsome, good looking, or whatever compliments without it being gay, which you made weird. Ain't no man. Just if you believe that sentence, I got a Brooklyn bridge to sit there and sell you. Would you like to buy a Brooklyn bridge from me? Yes, you are a very smart and intelligent woman. We gonna call this you being tired at this point. What's good, Tracy Steves? Ryan says how it's been since. Yo, Kelly coming back makes no goddamn sense if we're gonna be honest. Why? Why don't you just focus on the characters that are already there instead of bringing back like I I been did that. Jess, you are awesome. She ain't making no sense. That's why she wants to move on. And it says, what's your favorite Sam moment? Ooh, I have to think about that. I mean, my it's hard to sit there and say my favorite Sam moment. My favorite Sam, my favorite Sam era was like maybe 2010s. And behind that, I didn't like what they turned Sam into. I don't know why Kelly's coming back. Yeah, exactly. What's the point of her coming back for? Exactly, Ed. That's exactly what I'm Smith is saying. 179 says it sounds like Kelly is coming back long term. You know who was supposed to come back long term 179? Jonathan Jackson. And Jonathan Jackson didn't come back long term because he was experimenting with going back to GH. Sean, I can see them doing some dumb shit like that. Yeah, right. I heard in somebody, I think I either saw in an interview or heard in an interview that she didn't recognize the character that she was playing. You know, but Dory says, don't tell me what opinion to have, Albert. I have a mind of my own. I'll adjust, but not everything I do or say revolves around her or yours. My apologies, Jess. Is it my imagination or did Darby just sit there and tell me off? Darby just sit there trying to, was that your version of trying to tell me off? Don't tell me what my opinion have. Uh, Darby, that was good. That was good. I would highlight it, but I just you're my girl, but I found her comment more funnier. So I won't pin comment that. I won't pin comment that. I will keep it on highlight that. She said that ABC sabotaged her character when she complained about Bill and her being fired. I want to put, I want to put it as a surprise. I just, I mean, to be fair, Ryan, I didn't recognize the character. Alice is a Miss Rotterdam Sam and Badass Sam even when she was a mom before they made her less of herself. Hey, do y'all remember that time where um, Billy played Jason? He went to a meeting with Sonny and Sam had this funny feeling. So she went to the meeting with she somehow followed Billy Miller's version of Jason. She went to the meeting, and Billy's version of Jason had to jump in front of Sam because she was going to get shot. And then later on, she was like, "This is not like me to come into a gun battle or come into any situation without a gun." Yes, so you remember that scene. But yeah, Ryan, when she came back, they turned her into they turned her into a what's that question? Ryan says there you go. Why you chat? Oh, see, I was distracted because I was sitting there looking in the car racer string. I wanted to see what was going on there. No, Ryan, I was essentially I was being nosy. Ed says, "Do you remember when she went crazy thinking Sonny was the enemy?" Yeah, shot him in the leg, left him for dead, and that's when the actor that played Stone came back. Stone came back. The actor that played Stone came back. I remember that. I know. No, I'm good, Ryan. I was just being nosy. Sean says Sam was basically a placeholder for Willow. Yeah. Ryan, my whole thing is like I don't know. I don't know if the actress is going off of emotions. I don't know if the actress is going off of emotions, but she wound up sitting there saying things that wound up hurting her in the long run. And she said things, but she didn't say anything that was like she was like, "Oh, I got stuff to say." Okay, you're gonna sit there and say no, but I got things to say. I'm gonna sit there and drop a big bombshell. Okay, Kelly, what's the bombshell? And then she goes radio silent. She deletes all her posts. I'm like, I don't know. She can't get a job or anything like that that's going on. But I'm like, if you're gonna tank your career, at least make it worthwhile. Just as the custody battle was a bit of a letdown to me, I want Willow to be exposed more and Drew on the stand. Yeah, why the hell did he not get Drew on the stand? Why did he not get Drew on the stand? I don't know why. Oh, he did. So pointless. I mean, my point is that she tanked her career for a bunch of things that she was going to say, but she didn't want him saying it. And it's like, I mean, Ryan, I've heard people sit there and say that they've got along, that they're a lot better, or whatever. And I mean, it could be so, it could be not so. But the point is, at the end of the day, I think, and I could be wrong, but Kelly kind of fucked up her career. And nothing came out of it that was even worthwhile. So, like, you know, she needs to take a break. I mean, that's true, right? That's true. It didn't help. I would sit there and say it didn't help her career. May not have tanked it, but it didn't help. Just there's certain things that Willow has done that didn't work in her favor. Right? Yes, I do agree that listen, if she cheated, she didn't cheat it, who cheated first, that really shouldn't matter. But the problem with this whole court case is that one minute it seems like it's a divorce case. One minute it seems like it's a divorce case. The next minute it seems like it's a custody case. So it's like what rules apply? Like Willow Smith is saying, well, I may not have been a good wife, but I'm a good mother. You know what? Okay, fine. Let's just go with that. Well, the problem is, Willow, is that this is a custody hearing. And I'm sorry, this is a divorce hearing, and that you're not a good wife, so you may not actually really get the funds that you may be wanting or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? Like to sit there and say, well, I may not have been a good wife, but I'm a good mother. It's like, okay, so you're not going to really get anything. Is this a divorce hearing, or is this like, I'm so fucking confused at this point. Okay, now Sean says Willow should win mother, rarely lose custody. I don't understand what that means. I just don't, the problem is I feel like they try to put, yeah, none of the cheating should matter, just if it's about a custody case. But if it's a divorce hearing, then that's going to decide on, I don't know, maybe how much money she should get. Well, it is way too easily manipulated. Yeah, that's another problem, right? Because let's just be honest. Prince says it's a custody and divorce. No, I know that, Prince, but that's the problem. Is that the rules apply for one thing, but it doesn't apply for another thing. So it doesn't make fucking sense, Prince. That's my whole thing. Yes, I know that They both for custody and divorce hearing, but they should have had it separate. It's not making sense. That's my point. As said, Nina's supposed to go on the warpath, so she better tell Willow everything, and the rest of Drew's secrets come out. But she ain't gonna do that because she's too much of a coward. So she ain't gonna do that. But Ryan, do you see what I'm talking about? Though? You see what I'm talking about? Though? When did they say it's divorce here? They didn't say it was divorce. They said it was divorce here in one day, and then they said it was a custody here in the next. That's the problem, Jess. Is that I've heard them sit there and say it's both. And let's be honest, Jess. The fact that there are fans in this chat that are saying, "Well, it's divorce here. It's a custody here. This is divorce and custody here." What are we doing? Sean says Willow's cheating with Drew shouldn't affect custody for the kids. It shouldn't. If it was a if it was a custody here. That's a damn good question, Ed. That's a good question. Ed says, "How do you see Willow finding everything about the divorce?" And probably sloppily. They're probably going to be sloppy. I know it's going to be sloppy. Anyway, whole thing's a goddamn mess. And like Jess said, this is definitely custody hearing. The judge says she will make a decision on the kids. I guess you know more than me. I'm just saying, Jess. The fact of the matter is, people are sitting there saying one thing, and then there's the other thing. Oh, you know, Jess. See, this is what I like having in the chat. What do you think about? Oh, you already said that. I have no idea what the hell it is. It's whatever the writers decide it wants to be for that day. 170 says 179 says Willow will eventually see through Drew, but it will take a while. Will she? I mean, my whole thing is like, before I read your comment, what I would sit there and say is, it's telling, it's telling that when Michael told Willow, "Hey, listen, Drew wasn't there putting all this stuff in his head about me not wanting the kids," why didn't Willow just ask why instead of automatically assuming, "Well, that's not true. Drew's a good man. He would never sit there and say anything like that." Why don't you just ask your son? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you just do that? As says, how would you want it to come out for Willow to know the truth? That's what I'm saying, Jess. I can't say Ed. I would want it to make sense. I would want it to make sense, and I would want it to be somewhat clever. That's what I'm sitting there and say. I don't have a scenario in my head how I would want it to come out. I just want it to make somewhat sense and it to be clever. Dory says, "I'm back. I was eating on the pizzeria I went to early. Today. It's awesome. We haven't any of it too bad. So where's Cat Lady?" That's a damn good question, and I'm not very happy about that because I'm going to be gone essentially for 3 goddamn days. Um, but I'll do my best to get over it though. Darby says I finally gave up on Drew. Well, here's the thing, Darby. Here's the thing. I've sat there and I've said that I've been trolling with Drew as far as being a good man and everything like that. I don't think he's the worst man. If we're gonna be honest, like I would still sit there and say that Luke Spencer's the worst. But I stand 10 goddamn toes down on it. But I feel like there's a line you cross when you start using kids. You know, and for him to sit there and say I hate what I did, you didn't hate what you did because you still did it. Don't sit there and say you hate what you did and you followed through with it. Prince says but the judge also said she will consider the divorce settlement, but her main priority is to. Yeah, exactly, and yeah, you're right. You're right, Prince CJ. No, it's no, I get it. It's both a custody case and a divorce hearing. It's just Prince CJ. Let me tell you something. It's confusing. It's confusing as all shit, and I think that's the yeah. That's I yeah. Just as I used to not care about Drew and Willow being together, but nah, she needs to get. Yes, yes, Jess, and it's so bad. It's oh, Jess, you know also they address something. Well, you know the thing is, Darby, you know she's gonna come back and she can be like, oh, you weren't streaming for like 3 days. I'm like, or 4 days, depending if I get everything done on Saturday. And I'm be like, where the were you on Tuesday night when it was my last streaming night? But you know, she's gonna be sassy. I'm gonna sit there and pull a Steve Harvey like I usually do. You know, well, what I don't, well, I don't know if Lori's in the chat, but like the thing about these custody hearings, right, is that they usually do favor the mother, and I've never been a fan of that, right? Never been a fan of that, but I know, Dory, I know. She's a sassy one. She's a sassy one. We had a goddamn wedding for like 3 days. I have to. I don't know who said that. Like, um, I already talked about what I talked about in the member stream for the people that actually did watch or came through. If you want to make up some sort of idea what wound up happening at that wedding. Like, oh, you were with people, you were with women or some shit. I'm like, no, it was not. I just feel like it's just going to be a lie. It's going to be fun, but it's going to be a lie. But let's put it this way, because clearly we didn't really. It's on Long Island. Just it's on Long Island, but I mean, I'm practically going to be at the hotel for like 2 days. It's going to be fun, and somehow I'm gonna sit there and try to still watch the soap operas, which is going to be a challenge. Oh shit! I still got to watch Young and Restless. That's why. That's it's funny too. My friend was like, "Yo, you should get your hair cut on Wednesday because it'll be fresh and everything like that." And I'm like, bro, if I didn't get that shit done on Monday, I could have probably got it done. So while you're saying you're gonna be gone for 3 days, so yeah, no, I'll be back on Friday, but Thursday is gonna be the wedding. So the idea is that I'll watch all the soaps on Wednesday. Thursday, I'm not going to be able to watch anything. So then Friday, I'm going to have to watch Thursday stuff. Then Saturday, I'm going to have to watch Friday stuff. So, that's why I feel like it's like a 3-day event. I don't know if that makes sense, but have a good night, 179. Darby says, are you a friend of the bride or the groom? The groom. I'm a friend of the groom. Darby says, I thought barbers don't cut hair on Mondays. What barber do you know that doesn't cut hair on Monday? Like, barbers trying to get paid, but yes, have a good night, 179. Barbers trying to get paid. He said they're trying to not cut hair. Oh no, they already did that. No, I wasn't. I wasn't part of the bachelor party. I wasn't part of the bachelor party. But it's just oh, maybe a little different. But it should be fun though. Ryan said I'm a little. I already told you no. I know, Darby. I know. And usually when Kat tells me no or yes, it's just like I just do it because well, she's hot. So it's kind of crazy though. That I just sit there and say that Tuesday was gonna be my last night, well, streaming and videos and stuff, and she's not fucking here. But it's fine though. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun when we get back. When I get back, we're gonna have a hell of a lot of fun though when I get back. I got some plans. Pat says Curtis do need to work on his marriage and save Drew for later. My whole thing is I said this before. I'll say this again. Drew needs to talk. I mean, no, Curtis needs to talk to his wife instead of talking to Jordan, instead of talking to everybody else. He needs to sit there and talk to her. I don't even remember what you said. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take that as a compliment, Ryan. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. No, but he does need to sit there and talk to everybody else. He does need to sit there and talk to his goddamn wife. Ryan says, I'm a little disappointed in Curtis, Maxie, and Sasha for being co-parent in this whole situation. I'm saying they're loyal to Nina, but sometimes you need to read the room and do the right thing. Oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan. Yeah, Ed. I mean, he's out of pocket for talking to everybody else except for his goddamn wife. Um, Ryan, I get it. You don't like Nina. But people like Nina. I mean, well, Curtis and Maxie and Sasha are loyal to Nina. You may not like that. I feel like they're enablers. So, okay. It's funny, Ryan. If you would have met, well, if I'm going to be honest, if you would have met me like 3 years ago, I probably would have blocked you. But um, I understood why Sasha didn't just give up on Nina. I'm not sitting there saying like I'm a super huge fan of Nina, but like people, the characters they like Nina for reasons, right? Like it's not just about Carly and her goddamn world. Um, I mean, that's your opinion. I respect that. I disagree, but like, at the end of the day, Maxie, Sasha, and Curtis, you do have reasons for rocking with Nina, right? Like everything can't just be about rocking with Carly and being friends with Carly and having the goddamn Carly show. Like, like I'm trying to be nice, Ryan, but like, and I'm not a huge fan of Nana, but like to call them enablers is just like, ugh. But don't worry, Ryan. You will have Kyrie's Clark make, and you know what? Fuck it. Here's what I'm gonna do. Where's one of his? Oh yeah, I think. But you're subscribed to him. Okay, Ryan. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Makes sense. Um, yeah, we've said that before. He has a very shitty way of dealing with his relationships. Oh, by the way, did anybody care about Hat Daddy being on? I should have said that. I didn't sit there and say that Monday because I wasn't here Monday. But did anyone actually care about Hat Daddy coming in on Monday? I only asked that because I know that there's certain fans that will be like, they like characters to come in and be seen, even if they're not doing anything significant. Like, you know how many times I've sat there and because I like bring TJ back. Ryan, was you here? Oh, you weren't here. I do wonder what is Nathaniel doing. Let's see what Ryan, you remember Mason? There you go. Ryan, you remember Mason? So the actor that played Mason used to show up in the streams. I haven't actually seen him or talked to him in a while, but um, Ryan, you don't okay. But you remember Mason, right? So long story short, Mason, the actor that plays him, is Nathaniel. He used to come to the streams a couple of times. Yeah, well, I mean, Dory, he wasn't there asking. I don't normally name drop, but like he was asking about name dropping and stuff like that. So I gotta tell him about him because sometimes we have seen him from time to time. We have seen him from time to time, and or having her hand to the face. Yes, you do. Are you talking about Olivia Sutton? No, Ryan. Mason, the character that kidnapped Ava who fought Dex. When did you start watching the show? Yes, you said it. This mofo actually said it with an exclamation point. Okay, okay, Darby, I see you. Goddamn right, Ed. Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess name dropping him would be pointless now then. Anyway, long story short, Ryan, he was a part of the GH cast. And we talked. We talked. I haven't talked to him in a while because he's always busy. But he's another person that did used to come to the chat. Though. Okay. Yes, you do. Ooh. Albert name dropping Bob's Day. Bro, listen, I've name dropped like two people from GA so far. What are you talking about? And the rest of the people is people that uh Ryan asked about. I don't name drop. Darby, you are something else, my friend. You are one of the, like I said, you are one of very few people that's the inner circle that can sit there and talk crazy like that. Okay, now I love this comment. Ryan says, I hate how Nana gets coddled, and yes, I'm aware that people could say the same thing about Carly. So Carly gets coddled, but it's okay when Carly gets coddled, but when Nina gets coddled, it's not okay because she's not against Carly. Ruby says, I'm here to keep you honest when Cat Lady or Jess is not. Jess is, well, I think Jess probably went to sleep, but Jess was probably here earlier though. I don't know where the hell is my goddamn Cat Lady then. Where the hell is she at? That's a damn good question. Darby, let me ask you a question. Did you watch my other video? Um, my lucky video? Did anyone watch? Okay, did anybody watch my lucky video? No, I don't. And here's the thing. I feel like I feel like Xander's such a popular guy. Okay, you saw it. Okay, I'm just gonna say something, and you tell me if you recognize it. Oh fuck it. Did I throw shade in my lucky video? Did I throw shade? Did y'all notice the shade? I'm only saying it here. If you didn't pick it up in my video, then I'm not gonna keep saying it. But did y'all notice shade in there? No, you only saw a little bit, so I don't think that you actually heard it. Ed, did you hear it? That's true. That's true, Ryan. That's true. And that's the thing, Ryan. I keep it. Oh, that's true, Ryan. I keep it there. You have to, my position. I look at it from a critic's point of view, not really a fan's point of view. So yes, that's true, Ryan. Yeah, that's not exactly the shade that I was talking about. But okay, Ed, I'm okay. Okay, I guess. Okay, I guess I did. All right, that's true, Ed, and that's true, Darby. Okay. So I gave shade to people. I think some people. I think it probably went over some people's head to shade that I'm talking about. Okay. No, damn it. I think Jess actually went to sleep now. I don't blame her because she was up hella early. But and it says also about the fans blaming the Reds. Yes, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I did have other shades that I'm talking about that no one. mention, and that's great. But okay. Ryan says I'll make a guess right now. I'm loving Rory so much as Michael that I'm completely okay with Chad not returning. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, right? It's and it's totally okay to sit there and like the new actor and be okay with that. It doesn't. The thing is, liking a new actor doesn't take anything away from Chad, do it, right? It doesn't. It really doesn't. It's okay for you to like another actor stepping into the role as the character, as the same character. It doesn't negate what Chad do has done. Why? I don't think that Jess is actually that attached to Chad do. And that's the thing, right? That's the thing, though, right? Like, I know you're a huge Chad Duel fan, so I know like I know it's kind of a hurdle for you in the sense. Oh, shit, I don't need to say it. As says, Albert, with recast is always a hit or miss. Like, yeah, that's the thing. It took 3 tries. It Think about that, Ed. It took 3 tries to sit there and get something right. That's saying something right there. But Ed, I'm not a fan of it. But at least they actually went 3 attempts. They should probably went a couple more attempts when it came towards Jack Brennan. Why do you blame the writers for that, Ryan? Why do you blame the writers for that? I'm very curious about your reasoning for that. I want to know. It's been a while since I've just looked at stuff from a fan's point of view, so I'm very curious about it. Yeah, and that just shows a total. And I will always go with the argument of Klaus Michelson, Niklaus Michelson. Like, hey, let's sit there and recast Niklaus. Okay, let's give him an American guy. All right. All right. Barry says, "Do you think Haley will get the role as Molly back?" You know, I want to say no. I want to say no, but I feel like there's a possibility that they would do some dumb shit like that. Ring says, "I love how Elijah said Nicole." Yeah, he always said it was such a certain level of gravitas. It wasn't just he was like Niklaus or Katharina. He wouldn't sit there and say Catherine, right? He would say Katharina. You know, It just seemed like things was embellished in a sense. They'll say the same thing as what Wink says. Elijah's looks and sound expressions. Wink, you watched the originals, right? I don't want to spoil anything if you didn't watch it. I mean, I get that, Ryan, but the thing is, I wouldn't put it past GH to do something stupid. Oh, Rank, right. you gotta watch the originals. You gotta watch the originals. There's a church scene with Elijah, and pretty much like he's always been one to like not break his word, right? And something just makes him snap. Like they try to do something to like Haley, and that's like his niece or something like that, and he just goes off on them. Yeah, he goes off on them in the church. He starts ripping out hearts like left and right and shit. It's such a great scene. It's like he has a way of like Smith is saying he's gonna keep his promise about something. But he seems like he finds like a loophole to like, hey, listen, I kept my promise. I said that I wouldn't let Klaus kill you. I didn't sit there and say that I wouldn't kill you. I just said that I wouldn't let him do it. And the look on her face when she knows that he just means business, it is priceless. Like I'm telling you, Wayne, just type in like um, Elijah, Elijah first season church scene. It's just so amazing. I wouldn't sit there and tell you to watch Legacies, but you can watch the originals. Wayne, watch it and let me know what you think. I would try to play that clip, but I know YouTube attacked the shit out of me. So yeah, just type in Elijah originals and church scene, and it should come on. He says something along the lines of like, "I said that I wouldn't let you die at my brother's hands, but I never said anything about me." And it's good. Wayne says True Blood style. I never watched True Blood. I think part of me feels like I need to give it a second watch, and the other part of me just feels like that era has been gone. You know what I'm saying? Like that window has just been gone. Wing says Elijah lies like me. I said I was going to school. I never said I was going straight back home. After yes, that fucking loophole right there. Ed says, what about Rebecca and Marcel surrounding? Well, yes. I mean, honestly, tell you the truth, Ed, that was iconic. Ed. That was iconic because Rebecca never saw him do that. Out of all the time that she's known him, she's never saw him do that. Like, I remember I sat there and I watched that scene, and then I watched it with my ex girlfriend, and I think we were both just kind of surprised. Like, because part of me was like, I'm like, I know you're strong and everything like that, but like, you got like a mountain of people to sit there and fight. Like, if you were just fighting them one on one, okay, fine, whatever. But when he did that, I was like, oh shit, I didn't know he could do that. Oh, you people are fucked. Like, Ed, all I'm going to sit there and say, Julie needs to get back on that grind. Because all her other projects is not working out, and she needs to get back on that goddamn grind. I'm like, stop sitting there putting out shit that nobody watches, nobody cares. Link says if you like that church scene, you will love season one of Last of Us. You will love Joel. I gotta sit there. At some point, I gotta get HBO Max back after I get my another free trial of Amazon. Well, you know the thing is, Ryan. I remember that scene a little bit. Lulu was kind of messed up because Lulu knew that she messed up. And Lulu practically was like, well, you know, you're practically my family at this point because she knew that her other family was pretty much like F her, right? Dante Dante just hoped that the war worked out for him because he knew that things were going to be a lot worse for him if he would have ran and everything like that. So like he was just like, I right, hopefully the judge is lenient on him. But yeah, no, people were upset with Lulu. And Lulu, I felt like in a sense she did kind of turn her back on her family to support Dante, and that's why Carly did what she did. So I understood why people were upset with her. You know, Ryan, I'm a little surprised that they still have message boards. I said True Blood was good, and I have to rewatch it because I missed some season. Weren't they supposed to like? Wasn't he supposed to like do a reboot or like a continuation of True Blood? I don't know. I Exactly. Wayne says Dante was doing his job, but not what was in Michael's best interest. Um, I guess in a sense that like he felt like, I maybe if he comes clean. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They all went about it in such a shitty. They all went about it in such a shitty way that I remember when the judge decided to throw Michael in jail for 5 years for involuntary manslaughter. I remember the prosecutor being like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! That's not what I wanted." Like, I don't remember her name, but even a prosecutor was like, "Whoa, what the are you doing? Like, that's not what I wanted." And everybody was like shocked and shit. And you know what? I mean, I heard that they were gonna do a not a reboot, but like they were gonna do like a continuation of some shit. Wayne said they should have let Sonny take the floor. Sonny was 5 minutes from getting off for Claudia's death, and Dante shit the bed. You know, what it really came down to is everybody was. This is my issue. Everybody was trying to tell Michael what to do. Like, don't do this, and don't confess, and don't do that. And it was like, this was on everybody. I don't think what Michael, technically what he did was involuntary manslaughter, right? But like It was everybody sent there trying to cover up for Michael that made the situation worse. Right? Everybody sent there trying to cover up for Michael just made the situation worse. And this is again, this is what I'm not liking about Carly right now. Carly, Michael is fine. He's taking a lead. You can take a goddamn step back. So like that's my issue. You know what's really sad right now? It's like I should probably ended this stream like 38 minutes ago because I would like to sit there and watch. Um, I'm still gonna watch The Young and the Restless, but I should probably watch The Young and the Restless like about 40 minutes ago. And to be honest, just I'm gonna sit there and miss doing this for a little bit. I mean, it's gonna be nice to have a little bit of a break, but I'm still gonna be missing doing my live streams at the same time. But that just means for the members, I'm gonna cook us something extra special and extra fun. Well, take care and enjoy yourself. Yeah, thank you, Wink. You too, you as well. No, I'm gonna miss you. I am. Like I said, I was like, I should probably end the stream like maybe 10 minutes ago, so I could sit there and watch at least The Young and the Restless. But it's still up, so I still gotta watch. I still got a chance to watch it. Thank you, Ryan. I will miss you. I'll miss you as well, Ryan. I'll miss you as well. Um, but I'm gonna be back. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Um, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And for the members, it's gonna be fun. As long as it's gonna be fun. We have a good time. I have some like fucking crazy ideas. And Tracy stays. I'm liking the new Michael and Jage. I didn't think that I would. Most people probably thought that they wouldn't. But thank you, Wink. Thank you, Ryan. We're gonna end the stream here because I do gotta kind of get up at some point and make sure I pack all my shit before I go. I ain't making round trips. But yes, have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Ryan. Have a good night, Tracy. Have a good night, Wink. Have a good night, Blackmon, Darby, Tracy, Steves, Queen of the South, Amy, the new people that for some odd reason I've been drinking, so if I can't remember your name off the top of my head, it's because well, I've been drinking. Ryan, again, make sure you go and encourage the stream. Okay, he's doing a stream right now. You already subscribed to him. He's gonna be streaming all week, so definitely check him out. Check out Kyrie's Clark. Okay, he's gonna keep you up to date and, and entertain. And so yeah, definitely show him some love, some respect, which is mostly important. And I'll be back. Obviously, I'll be back. But I'll miss y'all, and I look forward to seeing y'all again very soon. And hopefully with some more stories to tell. Tracy says, "How long will you be on break?" Till Monday. I'll be back Monday. For regular people, for regulars, my regular subs, it'll be Monday. For my members, hopefully it'll be Sunday, if not Saturday. Saturday early, Sunday the latest. And for everybody else, it'll be for Monday. But join the membership. Join the membership because I'm have some fun times and people that are members join. We have some good times. Anyway, y'all have a great night. Members, hopefully I see y'all Sunday. My subs, I will sit there and see y'all hopefully on Monday. Well, Monday. I'll see y'all on Monday regardless. I don't give a shit. I'll see y'all on Monday. Yeah, I will see y'all soon. Laters. Oh, have a good night, cherry ice cream. I'll be back Monday. Have a good night, Tracy, and have a good night, everyone else.